Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. I'm here today to do a review on the React Trio. What the React Trio is it's a slider sight with 3 pins and it has React technology to it. What this has done is it's really solved the problem of a slider sight that the major complaint that I've always had is you have a single pin, so if that deer comes in at, or whatever animal you're hunting comes in at 20 yards and you got your pin set for 20, you're fine. But if he comes in at 30, 40, something like that, you got to make adjustments to your pin. What this one's done is you have 3 pins now, and I'll turn this around and see if I can show you. We'll put in some better pictures of this, but you have 3 pins. You have your 20, you have your 30, and you have your 40. So when you have this thing set at its normal position, you have your 20, your 30, and your 40 yard pins already set. So I really like that aspect of it. The 20 and the 30 yard do not work off of the React technology. They actually have a bolt holding them right here, and they work off of the old standard sliding mechanism on the side here. They also have the adjustment on the side for your up and down, or for your left and right. I'm sorry. Now your 40 yard pin is going to have the React technology on it. What you're going to do with this thing is you're going to go back to 40 yards, and this is the way they set it. I've made one slight adjustment to it the way I sighted it in. You're going to go back to 40 yards and you're going to sight this thing in using your windage and elevation adjustment. Now you're going to use the green pin. You're not going to worry about your 20 and your 30 yard pin right now. You're going to use your 40 yard pin, and you're going to use your left and right and your up and down out here to adjust that pin until you get it sighted in. Next, you're going to go back to 50 and 60 yards and you're going to zero those in. And when you get those zeroed in, you're going to use your master adjustment knob here, and you're going to move it to the corresponding marks. Turn the master adjustment knob until the pointer lines up with the corresponding yardage indicator. Once you have 2 yardage marks accurately sighted in, the rest of your marks are automatically set. It's that easy. Now you go back and you sight your 20 and your 30 yard pin, and this thing is set up and ready to go. The slight adjustment that I made to that, I kept to those steps pretty good, but what I did, because I have a smaller target, is I sighted my 40 yard pin in at 20 yards and just sighted it in about a foot high. And then I stepped back to 30 yards, make sure I was going to be able to hit, and then I stepped back to 40 yards and really fine-tuned it from there. So that's how I approached sighting it in, because I don't have a big backstop. This bow was just freshly set up. I've got a new rest on it. I don't even have the peep sight served in yet. So without knowing where this thing's going to hit at 40 yards, I wanted to make sure that I was going to at least be able to hit the target. So I sighted it in at 20 yards and sighted it in about a foot high. Moved back to 30 yards, and it was a little bit high at that point. Moved it back to 40, and I was just a little bit off there and was able to fine tune it there. But I like the idea behind this sight, because when you have an animal in front of you, you don't know what it's going to be. And I like it because 40 yards on a whitetail is my maximum distance. So I've got my 20, my 30, and my 40 yard pin. If I get just a perfect shot at 50 yards, I will take it. And this way I can dial this thing in to 50 yards, or if I want to hunt something big like elk or mule deer or something like that, where I know I'm going to have to take 60 yard shots, or even farther, like on a speed goat or something like that, I've got the capabilities of adjusting this thing out to 60 and 70 yards. And the other nice thing about it is it's really easy to fine-tune it at long distances. 20, 30, and even 40 yards, if you make a slight miscalculation on your yardage, you're gonna probably be okay. And I say that most times you're gonna be okay, unless you're really off on your yardage. If you guess 42 and you shoot it for 40, you're probably gonna be okay. But if you guess 62 and you shoot it for 60, you're probably not going to be able to hit that animal. So with this thing, you can range something and you can put it at 60, and you can judge it at 62 yards with your rangefinder. And with this, instead of having just a 60 yard pin and then having to make adjustments just by guessing, you can actually dial this thing in to 62 yards. So it gives you that advantage of being able to really fine tune your long distance shots, which for a long distance shot is very important. So it was fairly easy to set up. It does come with some sight tapes too. You've got colors back here. You got 2 yellow, red, 2 yellow, red, 2 yellow, and red. But it does also come with some sight tapes that are different colors, so you can actually put those right here corresponding with your yardage mark. So The thing's built like a tank, like all these React sights. It's built really, really solid. And this thing looks like a heck of a chunk of aluminum, but it's really not that bad as far as weight goes. It's big, it's solid, but it's really not that heavy compared to like the old React sight and stuff like that. They've really designed this thing with weight in mind. They've got a lot of cutouts here, and cutouts just to keep the weight to a minimum. Now when this thing slides, you got a gold knob here. It slides really, really good. I mean, it just really slides great. It's got a gear right here and just goes along a track with other gears and just really, really slides good. The tooling on this thing is really good as well. When you adjust it, you can see I popped that loose. It doesn't want to sag or anything like that. The dovetails up here are really, really tight, and it holds it really, really well. So when you actually adjust it, it's got a micro adjustment too. All you got to do is loosen that up, click your micro adjustment, turn it to whichever direction you need, and it also has that on your elevation as well. It has a light on here, has good fiber optics right around the outside, so it's a good bright sight without that. But when you turn that light on, man, this thing is just super, super bright. So really, really like the pins on here. You got a green, you got an orange, and then you got a green again. I like having two the same colors as one in the middle because it instantly identifies mine by, when I look at it, I know which one's the 30-yard pin. And I know if I need to go 20, I need to go up, and I know if I need to go 40, I need to go down. Some people don't like that, but I really, really like it. I think it's an outstanding feature, and I've gotten to where I prefer that kind of setup. The 3 pins allow you to have your 20, your 30, your 40 yard dialed, and the precision yards at your extended range. Sight level with second and third axis adjustability, so you can set your second and third axis on this, which is really critical for uphill shots on your third axis, downhill shots, something where you're really going to be leaning, and to make sure that you can get this bow leveled and sighted in. It does have a level inside as well. It's accurate, it's fast, it's quiet. You can hear that thing doesn't make a sound. It is really, really good. The movement up and down, set the sight with your drive shaft knob is really, really smooth. It's really fluid. Rock solid lockdown. When you lock this thing down, it ain't going anywhere. No noise to it. You can see there it's got just a little bit of sound to it, but nothing too bad at all. Positive stop design at your 40-yard indicator, positions for fast 40-yard targets, which I really like as well because it goes right down to your 40-yard pin, 40-yard, and you can stop it. That gets your 20, your 30 back to where they need to be, and there's no guessing or adjusting on that. It's got a good solid stop to it. It's got an 019 fiber optic pin in here, which is really nice, really bright. I prefer the 019 myself. It also has, of course you're probably going to use this hunting with, use a quiver with it. It has a mounting bracket that comes with it, and it has a spacer on the back side. So what this will do is you've got your mounting holes for your quiver right there. You'll mount that up and you'll mount your quiver directly to this bracket. So this is the React Trio, and I'm very, very impressed with it. I love the idea behind it because the React technology makes me a better shooter at farther distances. And what this has done is taken a slider sight and solved that problem that you usually have with slider sight. With the slider sight, you have your single pin and you have to make adjustments to it. For me now, I have my 20, my 30, and my 40-yard pins set all the time. If I want to take a 50-yard, 60-yard, 70, 80, 90, or 100-yard shot, I can do it just by adjusting this, and with that React technology, I'm confident that it's going to be sighted in and it's going to be accurate. I've used the React for several years now, and React technology is solid. It absolutely works and works really, really well. So this is going to be a good sight for hunting. I think it's going to be an outstanding sight for hunting, especially if you're going to be shooting long distances. You know, if you're hunting elk, hunting mule deer, even whitetail around here, you know, up here in Missouri, we don't have a lot of big wood lots, so there's a lot of open fields. And there's the potential for long shots. Also, if you're going to be hunting, or if you're going to be shooting 3D, it's also going to be really, really good for 3D because you know as well as I do, there's always those sadistic 3D course guys that want to set a turkey out there at 62 yards or They want to set a raccoon up in a tree or something, a frog across the pond at 50 yards or something like that. So there's always those guys out there in those 3D courses who are going to challenge you. And don't get me wrong, I like those shots, but with this React Trio, it's really going to come in handy on the 3D course as well. And that's what I've got this bow set up for right now, is actually I'm getting this bow set up for 3D so I can use this React. I've got this, and I've got my bear set up with a another sight on it. And these are the ones I'm going to use for hunting and for 3D. So I think this is going to be an outstanding sight, and I'm very, very impressed with not only the craftsmanship behind this thing, but with the technology behind this thing. I think it works fantastic, and I think it is a well designed sight. So for more information on this React Trio, you can check out the link below, straight to Trophy Ridge's website. And for more product reviews, how-to videos, be sure to check us out. And you can purchase our tuning video as well at ikesoutdoors.com. Appreciate you guys watching.